They're all back. Every single one of them. Right. Let's talk about this. Because if you've been following Arsenal this season, you know how painful it's been watching key players miss game after game. You know that feeling when the team sheet drops and half your best players aren't even in the squad. That helpless feeling, right? Well, forget all of that. Because something massive just happened at the Arsenal training ground. And if you're a Gooner, you need to sit down for this one. Victor Gyokeres, Noni Madueke, William Saliba, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze, Urian Timber, all of them, back in training, at the same time. I'm not even exaggerating. Every single one of those names has been reported as training with the squad again, and the reports coming out of London Colney say the mood is electric, players are happy, the energy is right. Mikel Arteta has his full squad available, and the timing could not be more perfect. Because Arsenal are sitting top of the Premier League, 9 points clear of Manchester City, 70 points, and they have a game this weekend against Bournemouth. This isn't just a match, this is a statement opportunity. Let's break down what's actually happening here. So first, the squad situation. Let's go through it properly. Victor Gyokeres. If you don't know this name yet, you need to start paying attention. This guy has been linked with Arsenal, and the reports suggest there's genuine interest. He's a striker who scores goals like it's a hobby. Big, strong, good with both feet, great movement in the box, exactly what Arsenal have been missing at center forward. More on him in a moment. Noni Madueke, back in training. This is the electric winger who gives defenders nightmares. Quick, direct, confident on the ball. When he's fit and flying, he's a real problem for any team. His return gives Arteta another dangerous option wide. William Saliba, arguably Arsenal's most important defender. When this man plays, Arsenal look like a completely different team at the back. His reading of the game is insane for someone his age. The ball-playing ability, the composure, the aerial presence, he's world-class, simple as that. Having him back is like signing a new player. Martin Odegaard, the captain, is back, the heartbeat of this Arsenal team. When Odegaard is on the pitch, everything just flows better. His movement, his passing, his leadership, Arsenal have a completely different identity when he's fit. This is massive. Gabriel Jesus, the pressing machine, is back. Look, Jesus might not score 30 goals a season, but what he does for this team off the ball is unreal. He works defenders to death, wins the ball high up the pitch, and creates space for everyone around him. He's a key piece of the Arteta system. Bukayo Saka. Do I even need to say anything? Saka coming back to full fitness is the kind of news that just makes you happy to be an Arsenal fan. He's been our best player for 3 seasons running. His energy, his goals, his assists, his pressing, this team is just better when he's on the pitch. End of story. Eberechi Eze. Now this one is interesting. Eze has quality that you just can't ignore. Creative, sharp, capable of the unexpected. He adds a different dimension to how Arsenal can attack, and having him available means Arteta has real options in midfield and attack. Urian Timber, one of the best signings Arsenal have made in recent years. His versatility is incredible. He can play right back, left back, central defense, even midfield if needed. Having him back gives Arteta so many options tactically. Can you imagine the size of that squad right now? Can you? What does this actually mean for Arsenal? Okay, so let's be honest with each other here. For most of this season, Arsenal have been grinding results out with half a squad, drawing games they should be winning, dropping points in moments where, if Saka or Odegaard were available, they'd have killed the game off. That's football. Injuries are part of it. But now everyone is back, and the league table is telling its own story. Arsenal are 9 points clear at the top. Man City in second with 61 points. That's not a small gap. That's a serious, proper, we are in control kind of gap. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. We've been here before. Arsenal always bottle it. Right? I hear you. That's what years of hurt does to a fan base. It makes you nervous even when things look good. But this season feels different, and I'll tell you why. This team has character. They've had to grind. They've had to fight without their best players and still find ways to get results. That builds something in a squad, a belief, a toughness. And now, with everyone back, they're walking into the final stretch of the season with confidence and quality. That combination, is dangerous. The Bournemouth match. Why this game matters more than people think Saturday. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Emirates Stadium. Kickoff at 1:30 p.m. On paper, this looks like a straightforward win for Arsenal. And the numbers back that up. Arsenal have a 67% win probability going into this one, while Bournemouth sit at just 13.7%. The draw is at 19.1%. So yes, Arsenal are heavy favorites. But let me tell you something. Football doesn't care about probabilities. Bournemouth are sitting in 13th place on 42 points. They have nothing to lose. And teams with nothing to lose are always a bit dangerous because they play free. No pressure. Just go out and have a go. That's exactly the kind of game where Arsenal need to be sharp from the first whistle. And with everyone back available, Arteta has absolutely no excuses. He can pick his best team. He can be aggressive. He can go for the throat early and kill the game before it even becomes a contest. If Arsenal wins Saturday, they go further clear at the top. Man City have their own fixtures to deal with. Every point Arsenal pick up now puts more pressure on everyone chasing them. 3 points. That's the only goal this weekend. Let's talk about the Gyokeres situation. Now, this is the bit I really want to get into, because Fabrizio Romano, the man who basically invented the phrase "here we go," has been tracking the Victor Gyokeres situation closely, and the reports suggest Arsenal have genuine interest in this striker. So let's ask the question properly. Does Gyokeres fit what Arsenal are trying to do? Honestly, yes, he absolutely does. Think about what Arteta's system demands from a striker. You need someone who works hard off the ball, presses from the front, holds the ball up, and still has the quality to finish when chances arrive. It's a demanding role. Not every top striker can do it at the level Arteta wants. Gyokeres ticks those boxes in a big way. He's not just a goal scorer, he's a complete center forward. He runs channels, he presses defenders, he's physically strong, he can bring others into play. He's also lethal in front of goal. The numbers he's been putting up have been absolutely ridiculous. And look, Gabriel Jesus is a fantastic player, but he's had his injury issues. Arsenal need a striker who can carry that number 9 role for a full season. Someone who can score 20, 25 goals. Gyokeres has shown he can do exactly that. Now, is there risk? Of course there is. There's always risk with a big transfer. The price will be massive. We're talking about one of the most informed strikers in European football. The pressure to perform at Arsenal in the Premier League is different to anything he's experienced before. And settling into a new league always takes time. But the fit on paper is very exciting. And if Arteta believes in him, that means a lot. Because Arteta has a track record of getting the best out of players at this club. What do you think? Is Gyokeres the striker Arsenal have been waiting for? The title race picture. Right now, let me paint you the full picture of where things stand. Arsenal, 70 points, 21 wins, 3 losses, 7 draws. Manchester City, 61 points, 18 wins, 5 losses, 7 draws. Manchester United, 55 points. Third place, 9 points. Arsenal are 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Now look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the title is already won. We still have games to play, and Arsenal's remaining fixtures aren't a joke. They still have Man City away and Newcastle at home coming up. Those are proper tests. But 9 points is 9 points. Even if Arsenal drew a couple of games and City won everything, Arsenal would still be in a commanding position. The pressure is on the teams chasing them now, not on Arsenal. And that's a completely different feeling to what we've had before. Usually Arsenal are the ones under pressure. Usually they're the ones who need other results to go their way. Not this time. This time, Arsenal's destiny is in their own hands. That's not something Arsenal fans get to say very often. So let's enjoy this moment. Seriously, Arteta, the man with the plan. Can we just take a second to appreciate Mikel Arteta? This man came to Arsenal with a vision, and people laughed. Fans doubted him. The press questioned him. Even some Arsenal fans wanted him gone. Look where we are now. He's built a team with depth, quality, identity, and belief. He's got everyone fit and training. He's at the top of the league with a 9-point gap, and he's done it by sticking to his principles, trusting his players, and building something genuine at this club. The work he's done on the training pitch, on the culture, on the way this team plays, it's been remarkable. When you hear reports that the players are happy in training, that the energy is positive, that they're buzzing to go out and compete. That is a reflection of the environment the manager has created. Arteta said before one of the recent games that the focus is only on winning. No looking at league tables, no counting points, just the next match, the next 3 points. That kind of mentality, coming from the top and filtering through the whole squad, is exactly why Arsenal are where they are. A few questions for you. All right, I want to hear what you think about all of this. Drop your answers in the comments. First question. With everyone back fit, what do you think Arsenal's strongest starting 11 looks like against Bournemouth? Who do you drop? Who earns their spot? Second question. Do you trust this Arsenal team to hold on to the title lead and go all the way? Or are you still a little nervous in the back of your mind? Third question. Would you sign Gyokeres in the summer if Arsenal win the title? Is now the right time to add him, or does the squad need something else first? And the big one. Can Arsenal actually do it this season? After all the near misses, all the heartbreak, all the almost moments, is this finally the year? Be honest. No wrong answers here. This is a safe space for Arsenal fans. Recent form, the numbers don't lie. Let's just look at recent results because they tell a story on their own. Arsenal beat Everton 2-0 at home. Solid. Professional. Job done. Before that, they beat Brighton 1-0 away from home. That's not easy. Brighton press hard and play good football. A 1-0 away win shows maturity. Then the North London derby, Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. I don't think I need to say anything more about that one. 4 goals at their ground, dominant, complete. Beat Chelsea 2-1, won at Leeds 4-0, beat Sunderland 3-0 at home. This team has been putting points on the board consistently. And now, with the full squad returning, they're going to be even more difficult to stop. The only blip recently was the loss to Manchester United early on. But even then, Arsenal responded. That's the mark of a good team, not the defeat, but the reaction to it. The final push. What's coming next? After Bournemouth this weekend, Arsenal have some big games coming up. Manchester City away. That's going to be a proper battle. 2 title contenders, both knowing what's at stake. City will be desperate to close the gap. Arsenal will want to extend it. That one is circled on every Arsenal fan's calendar. Newcastle at home, then Fulham, West Ham away. These are all winnable games for a team with Arsenal's quality. And then the season ends at Crystal Palace. If Arsenal can get through these games with maximum or near maximum points, the title is theirs. Simple as that. But football is never simple, is it? Every game in this final stretch matters. Every tackle, every shot, every save. The margins at the top of the league are tiny, and Arsenal know that better than anyone. That's why the return of Saka, Odegaard, Saliba, and everyone else is so important. You want your best players available for your biggest moments. And the next 6 weeks, these are the biggest moments of Arsenal's season. My take. This feels real. This time, I've been an Arsenal fan long enough to know heartbreak. We all have. The Invincibles feel like a lifetime ago. The years of frustration under different managers, the rebuilds, the false dawns, the almost seasons, all of it has been part of being an Arsenal fan. But I'm telling you, and I genuinely mean this feels different. This isn't a team that stumbled into first place. This is a team that has been built deliberately, with purpose, over multiple years. The culture is right. The squad is right. The manager is right. And the timing is right. 9 points clear with everyone fit and firing. There is no better place to be in the Premier League right now. I'm not saying it's done. I'm not going to jinx anything. But I am saying this. Arsenal deserve to win this league. They've put the work in. They've had the setbacks and kept going. They've shown they can handle pressure. Now let's go get it. One more thing before you go. Look, here's the bottom line. The full squad is back. The manager is sharp. The league table is in Arsenal's favor. Bournemouth are up this Saturday, and Arsenal need to make a statement. 3 points, full effort. Keep the gap alive and push even further. After years of waiting, after all the near misses, after all the what-ifs, Arsenal are right there, right at the edge of something special, and I genuinely believe this group of players, under Mikel Arteta, is going to cross that line. Arsenal have their key players back in full training. Rice, Jesus, Havertz, Martinelli, Raya, White, All of them fit, all of them sharp, all of them ready. And with 70 points at the top of the Premier League table, 9 points clear of Manchester City, this squad is not just chasing a title. They are closing in on it. So let us talk about everything happening right now. The fitness news, the table situation, what this means going into the Bournemouth match, and even what Fabrizio Romano is saying about the summer. Because trust me, there is a lot going on at this club right now. The training ground news that has every Arsenal fan smiling here is the thing about Arsenal this season. We have been managing injuries all year. You already know this. But the news coming out of the Sobha Realty Training Center this week? Genuinely exciting. Declan Rice is back in training and fit. Let that sink in for a second. Rice is the heartbeat of this team. When he plays, Arsenal look like a completely different side. He controls the tempo, breaks up play, and pushes the team forward. When he is missing, you feel it immediately. The fact that he started the Champions League quarter-final against Sporting CP in Lisbon tells you everything. Arteta trusts him in the biggest moments, and he delivered. Gabriel Jesus is back and physically fit. This is massive because for a long stretch of the season, Jesus was unavailable. When he returned, you could see how much energy and movement he brings. He presses defenders, creates space for others, and gives the team a different dimension in attack. He might not always be the guy scoring the big goals, but his work rate and intelligence off the ball is something Arsenal genuinely miss when he is out. Kai Havertz is fit and ready. Now let us be honest. Havertz has split opinion among fans all season. Some games he looks world-class, other games he kind of disappears. But when he is physically sharp and trusted by Arteta, he is genuinely dangerous. He can play as a number 9, as a number 10, or in midfield. That kind of flexibility is gold when you are competing on 4 fronts. Gabriel Martinelli is back and firing. Martinelli is one of those players who just makes the atmosphere better. When he is on the pitch and running at defenders, the crowd rises. His energy is contagious. After some injury concerns earlier in the year, having him available and fit is a proper boost. David Raya is back between the sticks. Raya had to watch from the bench in a couple of cup games while Kepa started, and frankly, that did not go well. Raya is Arsenal's first choice for a reason. He is composed, his distribution is excellent, and the back four communicates better when he is there. His return is not just good news, it is necessary news. Ben White is also back in the mix. White had some time out, and there were question marks over his availability for recent matches. But having him back gives Arteta options in the defensive line, and White is one of the most technically gifted right-backs in the league when he is at his best. So the question I want to ask you right now is this. With almost everyone fit and sharp, how far can Arsenal go before the season ends? 9 points clear. This is real. Let us look at the Premier League table because some people still do not want to believe it. Arsenal, 70 points. Manchester City, 61 points. Manchester United, 55 points. 9 points. 9. With a Bournemouth game coming up at the weekend and a Manchester City fixture on the horizon that could essentially decide the title. Arsenal have 21 wins this season, only 3 defeats, 7 draws. This is a title-winning record, full stop. And here is what makes it even more impressive. Arsenal have done this while rotating heavily, while managing injuries to key players, and while competing in the Champions League quarterfinals. They are not just surviving, they are thriving. Think about where this club was 3-4 years ago. Bottom half of the table, no Champions League football. Young squad with questions about whether Arteta was the right man. And now, top of the Premier League by 9 points, last 8 of the Champions League, with a fully stocked squad returning to fitness just at the right time of the season. This is what we dreamed about. Bournemouth away. Do not sleep on this one. Some people see Bournemouth and think easy 3 points. I understand that feeling, but let me push back a little because this is where Arsenal have slipped up before. Bournemouth are sitting 13th in the table with 42 points. They have been inconsistent all season, but at the Vitality Stadium, they are a different animal. Their top scorer, Antoine Semenyo, has 9 goals this season and loves a big performance against top clubs. Their head coach sets them up to be aggressive and direct, and if Arsenal switch off for even 10 minutes, Bournemouth will punish them. That said, with the squad Arsenal have available right now, I cannot see anything other than an Arsenal win. Rice back in midfield means Arsenal control the game from minute one. Raya in goal means they have confidence at the back. And with Jesus, Havertz, Martinelli, and Victor Gyokeres all competing for places in the attack, Arteta has genuine selection headaches, and those are the best kind of headaches to have. Arteta himself said it perfectly after the Aston Villa win earlier this season. Having that attacking depth means they can change the game from the bench, change profiles mid-match, and keep players fresh. That is a manager who has options, and options win titles. Do you think Arsenal should rest some key players for Bournemouth and protect them for the City game? Or do you think they go full strength and send a message to everyone? What Fabrizio Romano is saying about Arsenal right now. Now, I know we are in the middle of the most exciting part of the season, but the summer is not far away, and there are already some interesting stories building around Arsenal in the transfer market. Fabrizio Romano has been speaking about a young German forward by the name of Nicolo Tresoldi, currently playing for Club Brugge. Christian Falk had reported that Arsenal were favorites to sign him, with talks already beginning. But Romano came out and told fans directly on his YouTube channel that according to his information, nothing between Arsenal and Tresoldi is advanced or concrete at this point. He was clear. It is too early to call this one. Romano's words were simple. He is not in a position to give a final verdict. But as things stand, there are no real negotiations happening. So if you saw those headlines about Arsenal closing in on Tresoldi, pump the brakes a little. Romano is usually the one you trust when things are getting serious. There is also noise around Arsenal being interested in Anthony Gordon from Newcastle as part of Arteta's desire to build an English core at the club. That one feels more realistic to me because Gordon has been absolutely brilliant in the Premier League and fits the high-energy, high-press profile that Arteta loves. Would he fit? Absolutely. Is it done? Nowhere near that stage yet. What I will say is this. Arsenal's summer is going to be fascinating. They have the finances. They have the sporting director set up working well. And if they win the league this season, the club's attractiveness to top players goes through the roof. Who would you want Arsenal to sign this summer? One player, realistic or a dream? Drop your answer below. What this moment actually means. I want to take a step back here because sometimes in football we get so caught up in the next game, the next result, the next transfer rumor, that we forget to appreciate what is actually happening. Arsenal are top of the Premier League. Top. With games to go. With the squad returning to full fitness at exactly the right moment. With a manager who has built something genuinely special at this football club. There was a point in the not-too-distant past when Arsenal fans were arguing about whether we should even bother dreaming of a title, when finishing in the top four felt like the ceiling, when the summer window felt like watching other clubs sign the players we needed. That has changed. Completely. Rice is here and he is a game changer. Gyokeres is here and he is a goal machine. Odegaard runs the show. Saliba and Gabriel are one of the best center-back partnerships in European football. Raya is reliable. The bench has quality. The whole squad believes. And Arteta, whatever doubts some had about him early on, looks like a manager who is built for exactly this moment. The detail in his preparation. The way he manages egos and keeps everyone bought in. The tactical flexibility when plans need changing. He is not just a good manager. He is the right manager for this club at this time. 9 points clear. Key players back in training. Bournemouth next, Manchester City after that. This is Arsenal's moment, and they look ready. One last thing before you go, I want to hear from you, genuinely. Do you believe this is finally the year, or do you still have that little bit of doubt in the back of your head? That Arsenal thing where it somehow gets complicated right when you need it not to? Because honestly, I have been an Arsenal fan long enough to know that nothing is guaranteed until it is over. But right now, in this moment, with 70 points on the board and players returning to fitness at the best possible time,